I knew there had to be ideas of resistance, manifest best in the guise of my distance. This persistence ends with a comma, or I can spell it out. I don't rap for no drama corps. Open heart, sore blood on my sleeves, but I can't stop the progress. No time to grieve. Get your act straight and maybe we'll be friends again. Till then, represent, this is next gen.
Number 1 is the fans, 2 is ourselves, 3 is the music, the content itself. Give a damn about dollars, man, we rather make sense. We are the next gen, this is the next gen. 1 is the fans, 2 is ourselves, 3 is the music, the content itself. Give a damn about dollars, man, we rather make sense. We are the next gen, this is the next gen. He made the name for the music and not vice versa. They lost sight, loud mouths all hurt us. Blame our own people and we end up getting burnt. Took the dream of a proud man and dragged it through the dirt. Bickering, fighting like a bunch of bitchy kids. And you wonder why the listeners still don't give a shit. Old hindsight's always 20/20. Well, I should've walked backwards and seen the shit coming. Can't believe I love you, can't believe I fought for you. I just did what I thought the Godfather do. Lars says instead, make certain he retracts. Then you call it to a forum, stab it in the back. Et tu, Brute, you brought us shame. And all you so-called rappers are soiled in.
Hello everybody, it's time to get comfortable. Bring out a book. Or just get a cup of tea, because it's tea time. And today I'm going to be talking about something kind of serious and kind of silly. So, if you're going to make comments down below, which I encourage you to do, please keep in mind that the tone of this video is going to be a little silly. Because I just wanted to make a silly tea time for once. And because this is on Twitter, and I kind of wanted to call it out, because I think it's kind of silly to make this kind of logic jump. One thing first is that I do apologize. I said I was not gonna make a tea time today, and so I was gonna release something else. I kind of fell asleep last night, and yeah, between that and work, I'm kind of a little behind on the project. So, I mean, I got the recordings done. I just have to edit it together. So maybe, hopefully, before I leave for work today, I can get that out. If not, it'll probably be after I come home. Also, I do have a live stream tonight at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to do the second chapter of Life is Strange, which is going to be an awesome thing. But let's get on the silliness of the topic of today. Because I seen this on Twitter, and it kind of made me kind of, do people actually fear this is going to happen? The post was about having more female creators and characters in comics these days, and somebody wrote that his biggest worry is that there's going to be no more men in comics. Now, is this jumping over, and this is from a Gamergate person, and, oh god, talking about them again, ain't I? But, this is kind of silly. I mean, is this something that you guys were worried about? That because all these girls are coming out saying, well, we don't like this, we need to change this, is this gonna just take out the guy experience from the games? I surely hope not, because that's not what anybody's asking for at all. I mean, that's like saying, there's gonna be no more frogs in comics. I mean, it's kind of silly. And his whole spiel was that, well, Mussolini did it in the 40s with Jews, or even the Germans with the Jews. Can we please move past this conversation right here? Every time I see a conversation about whether or not something's going to happen, you guys go and just post stuff like this. Both sides. It's not just Gamergate side, it's actually both sides. Well, we could take them out like the Jews, or, you know, they're comparing us to, you know, the Nazis and stuff like that. You know what? Just get over it. Move on. Yes, they were horrible tragedies, but it's not going to happen. I mean, that's the same thing that happened with, like, the whole Joker Batgirl fiasco, cover fiasco. People are going, well, maybe we should go to back to the comics code. Nobody's asking for that. So why are you even letting it enter the flow of consciousness here? silly. This whole thing is starting to sound silly to me every time I talk about it. And yes, I've seen the comments in the YouTubes, and I'm not even gonna address those at the current moment, because you don't seem to give me the luxury of actually listening to my points and everything. I know that's a bit dismissive, but let me just talk about the subject at hand first, and then we'll go to one comic in particular, and that's my railing against the SJW term, because it seems to have people up in arms on what it's really about. I have it in 3 different comment videos, and yes, I do listen and I do pay attention. But let's go back to the No More Men in Comics thing. Maybe he was a bit on the silly side or whatever, but, you know, he did have links to 8chan, which I know is not a Gamergate site per se. And, you know, he's a known Gamergater, so maybe that's a big fear among Gamergate people. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the movement any more than I need to. Which is saying, and just whatever I put in my videos is what I've seen of the movements. I know just the basics. I don't care about it. I don't care about the other side. Yes, I do make a lot of videos about it. That's only because I'm passionate about stuff. But it's kind of silly that this is the mentality, and I've actually seen this go down the road with, like, the video games. Well, they're trying to take our video games away from us. No, nobody's trying to take anything away from you. We're not trying to take men out of comics. We're not trying to take men out of video games. We're not trying to take your video games, your Call of Duties, your Far Cries. We're not trying to take them away from you. And it just seems kind of silly that you think we are. Is Anita becoming more influential? Yes, because you made her that influential. Yes, you did. There comes a time that's, you know, I think it was the Jimquisition, actually said this, and I know that's not his real name, but that's the show that I've seen it on. I've stated that, you know, before, that, well, if you ignore it, it will go away, and that's the case. And what you guys are doing? No, not going away, is it? I see the same complaints about, you know, the same 3 people, and it's kind of silly. And yes, I'm on nobody's side in this war, because I've been called sexist now by both sides. On a video I did about taking sexism on context. I mean, all you have to do is listen to the video and make sure you watch the whole video instead of some paraphrased anecdotes on it, and actually listen. We're not trying to take anything away from you, and we're not trying to destroy your precious video games or even your comics. I love comics. I don't want some of these guy comics to go away. I love them. I don't want to take out some of my favorite, you know, writers. Bat Fraction, I love him. He's awesome on Hawkeye. Brian Wood was doing great on the all-female X-Men. There doesn't need, you know, just because there's more women and more diversity in comics or even in video games, does not make it an inherently bad thing. And calling for that doesn't make somebody, you know, bad either. So now let me go into a tangent here, because this is the thing that's getting to me, is the whole SJW term. Please listen to this entire argument before writing in the comments below. I know you use SJW as a pejorative term for somebody who engages in what you consider slacktism. I understand that. However, the people that you are trying to reach and try to bring into your fold, which is the same people they got on their side, is the mainstream society. Mainstream society, if you tell them that somebody's a social justice warrior, they're gonna look at you and go, that's awesome. Because their definition of SJW is different than yours. I understand what you are using it for. I am saying the term is silly and is one of the reasons that the mainstream is taking the stance that they are. Hopefully that comes off not as something I even talk slow so people can understand me. But I'm probably going to have like a lot of stuff, but you know, Cthulhu made me do it, okay? There, Cthulhu made me do it. I'm sorry. Our Lord Almighty Cthulhu has told me to make this video and put it like this. You know what, there's a lot to respond to in YouTube comments lately on my videos, and I'm glad you do. Please, comment below. Like, subscribe, dislike, I don't care. I like the people that dislike my comments, thank you. You're making me feel really special when I love you for you. I'm not asking for universal like. I hope you stay around and subscribe to my channel and be like, this girl is making some sense. Why can't I, how can I make some sense as her? And to do that, I tell you one thing. You need to close this world and open the next.